Hello, Chris Martin from the Swedish company massproductions. You're showing for the first time. You're showing upholstery furniture this year. Tell us the story about this lovely armchair.
Well, it's called the Crown armchair and easy chair. There are two versions, one a little bit higher, one a bit lower, and the idea was to try and make the most from 4 upholstered panels.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's just very simple components, but when they're brought together, it makes something more than just 4 panels.
Yeah, exactly. They look very, very easy, but I can imagine that these joints are a little more complicated than they look like.
Yeah, there's a little technical innovation in there, I think. It was a nice way to join the side panels to the backrest, and it's a sort of sleeving tube solution that, because the tubes are at an angle to each other, it locks the whole chair together and gives it extra strength. And also a very nice effect, I think, of having the backrest resting just on 2 points on the armrests.
Very beautiful. The covering is a velvet.
Yeah, I mean, it's a type of velvet. It's a knitted wool fabric, so it has a natural stretch to it. And that means that we don't have as many zips and seams to close the panels, which is nice. It makes a cleaner design.
Beautiful. So we head on to the next product.
Okay. The Bit side table series, and it's based on a structural principle of sandwiching a thin lamination between 2 thicker boards, which I thought was interesting and could make a good table series. So.
Yeah, we said that before. It's an interesting shape. Maybe you really have to get used to it, but it has a lot of potential.
We may develop it into a shelving or room divider solution. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go on to the upholstered chair jig, which is, I think, a little bit inspired by the structure of the Crown chair, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Actually, when I saw the Crown chair before it was upholstered, I noticed that the steel frame was really beautiful in itself. So some of the shapes and construction came through to this chair.
So it's based on only tabular steel?
Yeah, it's made with 10 steel tubes, and each of them is very simply bent or even just straight, like here, for the arms. And when they're brought together and welded up in a jig, which is where it gets its name from, it makes something beautiful, I hope.
And it's extremely lightweight for a upholstered chair, and stackable as well.
It is, yeah. It weighs just over 5 kilos and stackable 4 chairs.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Chris.